are back for a long-awaited episode of the Free PMS Ladies podcast show. Woo! Okay, we are down one free PMS lady, so it's two PMS ladies.
That one's got a life.
So we're gonna just jump right in. Right now, we have been watching and enjoying Married at First Sight UK, and it never ever disappoints. So we're going to jump in because we're just a little bit behind in terms of actually reporting on the show. So if you don't want to know about this show, goodbye, God bless. But because this episode is going to be all about Married at First Sight UK. Let's just jump right in and get right into the drama. So one of the main topics of drama was between the British beauty queen called April, Shanita, and Thomas. So April reported to Shanita that Thomas was talking about Shanita behind her back. And when Thomas was confronted, apparently behind the scenes, he actually said, no, that wasn't the case. It was April talking about Shanita behind her back. Obviously, Shanita exactly. Obviously, Shanita don't know who exactly is telling the truth and who's not. But when it came time for all three of them to come together, conveniently, April was sick, and it was now left to Shanita and Thomas to kind of talk about it. So, Snoop, with what you've seen of the show, who do you believe? Maybe let's start there. Who do you believe? Who do you believe was the one talking about Shanita behind her back?
I don't know. Thomas is so dramatic that you get caught up in it. Like, you know, my man, my princess was firm that, you know, it was not him and he's not having it and stuff like that, which, you know, rightfully so. If you ain't said shit, you know, you'll be adamant to clear up, you know, any accusation that's made against you, you know, kind of thing like that. So I feel, and the way I'm looking at April, I've got side eye on that girl. I just don't know why. I think it's because of the way she did her man George. I want to say his name George.
Yeah, George.
You know, with the whole kissing another girl and then, you know, making it seem like it's just nothing. And, you know, and then girl, the way she started crying when, you know, the gossip went around about the kiss, I didn't believe that cry. So it looked like crocodile tears for me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So a little bit of that has made me feel like I can't really trust your character. Do you understand? So I am going with Team Thomas. I believe Thomas.
Gotcha. Now,
from what I see, I believe Thomas. And if Thomas fooled me, boy, that boy got drama school.
Okay, well, I think you know straight off the bat, I believe Thomas. There's a number of reasons as to why. He's so dramatic. Don't get me wrong, he cracks me up because I don't have to deal with him. If I had to deal with him,
oh my God,
there wouldn't be. He wouldn't be on the show because he'd be dead. Like, I just wouldn't deal with him, you know. But as a viewer, he is, you know, he is giving me life when it comes to entertainment. But I believe he's so dramatic. He would bring it to the show. Like you know, there would be no, it's clear he doesn't, deep down, I think we all know, he doesn't really care about what people think of him. He's so dramatic and over the top. You know,
he cares, but he's got the forefront that he doesn't care.
Maybe, but if he really, really cared, now I'm being honest, I feel like if he really, really like deep down cared, he wouldn't do half the things he does. It's the attention. He wants the attention, whether it's negative or positive. He craves that attention. So I honestly believe if he really had something to say, especially for drama's sake, he would say it, like, and let everybody be a part of it. I just feel like April has funny ways, which makes me think, yeah, you know what? Look, I'm not really buying her. Like, she does things that I think are very questionable. The whole Yes Week where she knew her husband was really afraid of heights.
Afraid of heights, and you did that, and
She
it was not
made
even
him.
some small height.
Yeah,
God.
for me, I thought, nah, that's over the top. That's over the top. Second of all, I thought, who told you to go and be snitch bitch with someone that you've not even known for 2 minutes? That for me was the first red flag. You've gone and snitched behind someone's back to go and talk, and you don't even really know them. That for me, I thought, you're someone who likes drama. You're someone who likes to throw salt on, or throw gasoline on the fire and then run away and act like you never did anything. I was just watching, because Thomas is very loud and over the top, and I thought, I'm not going to give you what you want. You want attention. I'm going to be looking at this one in the background and watching how she moves. I just didn't like the fact that she was talking about it with the girls, and then, I'm going to focus on my relationship. Bitch, that's what you should have been doing in the first place. Had you been focusing on your relationship in the first place, you wouldn't have time to go and tell tales or report things. So, and then when obviously the experts confronted her, I don't want to talk about it. That's when I thought, nah. You're shady. You're very, 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 very shady. When there's other people who aren't there to corroborate your story, you want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, you want to talk about it. But when everyone's all together, you don't want to talk about it. And when there's been other opportunities, you're sick. Sorry, I don't believe her. That's just me. I just feel like I'm Team Thomas on this one. Don't get me wrong. That guy is drama, with 2 Ds, but I just don't think he said anything. And also for me, Shanita, what do you even care? Me, I'm like, this one was talking about behind my back. Okay, whatever. I've only known you guys for 2 seconds. I don't care. So for me, I just felt like it was very high school. And regardless, April was the one who started it by going around and reporting back. So yeah, that's my take on it. Okay, there's now two other bits of drama. Whitney. Let's talk about Whitney. How do you feel about Whitney, Snoop?
Whitney was very irritating. Right from the get-go. She was irritating. Even from the hen night shindig, she was irritating. And I just thought, okay, so we definitely know why they put you in the show. Do you understand what I mean? Sort of thing. Because it made me it made you question, like, okay, bitch, no one's holding a gun to your head. Why are you fucking here? Do you understand what I mean? It was very much like, I don't want to, do I have to say that? And it was just like, what the hell am I watching? Like, did someone push you to this, or did you want to do this? It was quite annoying in that sense, Yeah. And I felt like also, like, if you're not ready for something, if you haven't dealt with your trauma, don't bring it into someone else's circle. Do you understand what I mean? Just like anyone who wants to be in a relationship and whatever, if you have not dealt with your own trauma and whatever, don't be in a relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? Take that time to heal properly, and be and do you, because I felt like I get let's go into the whole, okay, so obviously she was very disrespectful with the whole wedding ceremony and eye rolling and all that bullshit. That was just uncalled, that was just unnecessary. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. The poor guy's there nervous as well, and and you're just bringing all this stupidness. Okay, fine. Then she went into the whole, Duke is really fake, off camera he's like this, on camera he's such a showman, he's just like that, this and that. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like, okay, fair game, maybe you're right, because obviously we've watched a lot of reality shows, we know that things are edited a certain way or whatever. Okay, maybe you've got, but still, he's still trying to be a bit positive in the whole thing. It seems like you just because he's a Mr. Take the he likes to see, take the high road, take the sunshine in life, perspective of life, and you clearly are Mrs. Doom and Gloom. Do you know what I mean? It's like he does not have to match your level. He does not have to be doom and gloom with you. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Forgive me for saying he hasn't gone through a traumatic past as experience as you have. Do you know what I mean? So why does he have to be in that on that shelf with you, you know. And then obviously when they started talking at the first when they met the experts and they start talking, and what you call that bit, yeah, it was then I really wanted to listen to what they were saying. And she again expressed that, one minute he's like this, next minute he's like that, he's saying all this crap behind background and stuff like that. And I was really listening to the context of what she was saying, and I thought to myself, from hearing what Duka said, he said, how he said it, and what he meant, and from hearing what she said, he said, I was just like, yeah, I agree with Duka. Bitch, if you were like that with me all the time, bitch, I would start spitting some shit. Do you understand what I mean, sort of thing? Because it's annoying, like, if you're not ready to participate in this, don't be in it. You basically are robbing me of someone else who could have been here with me. Exactly. You're wasting my time. Exactly. I'm trying my best for you, to make the best of the situation, and you keep trying me down. I will start to slip in some curses and some, effing, do you know what I mean? Just grow up and shit like that. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing? And I feel like when she said, oh, he said he can get so many pussies after this show, whatever, do you know? And Duka said, yeah, because if it doesn't work with you, I'm sure there'll be lots of girls who want. And I thought, that's right. Because when she said it, you kind of felt like, oh, is that what he's saying? But then when he said how he said, I was like, right, damn right, because you're acting like a bloody, I don't know, like, like it's just too much. I'm looking at you like you're a pretty girl. No, you're. I won't say you're beautiful, but you're dead. You're decent looking. Do you know what I mean? But girl, not a lot of guys will take all of this bullshit. Like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're in front of the camera. Of course, everyone is trying to get a stepping stone. Do you know what I mean? Trying to get, trying to get something from this show. Duh. It's not it's season 7, for goodness sake. You know what comes after it. So even if he is expressing that in the background, duh, why else are you here? Are you really for love? Because you're not even acting like you're here for, the real purpose of this relationship, of this marriage thing, So I just, she got on my nerves right from the get-go, and I just thought, oh, for goodness sake, it had to be a black one, innit?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was. You know what, Snoop? Everything you said was correct from the minute that bitch touched the screen. I was like, what? Just like you, I was like, I'm sorry, someone forcing this girl. Like, she's been held at gunpoint because she's so rude. Honestly, she's so rude. Even if you don't like her.
Remember when he said it? Yeah,
exactly. And I thought, regardless of what he said, when you first saw him at that altar, did you know any of that? Was he acting, like one person, one way? Look at the gate.
You started right from the beginning.
Yeah, and I just thought, who is gonna put up with this shit? Do you know what I mean? I know I wouldn't, and I don't even want to be with her. No, for me, I just thought she was too much. She was way, way too much. And then the tears, I thought, bitch, pack your bag and go home. Because for me, all of them, and this is the way I feel about the majority of them, if you know better, what the heck are you doing on the show? If your dating life is amazing, what the hell are you doing on the show? There's other shows. If you want to be famous, there's other shows you can go on. You don't actually have to be shackled to somebody 24 hours, 7 days a week. So for me, I just honestly, I couldn't take her. And the part where I just thought, Snoop, I've had it, was when she was talking one-on-one with, the expert. Is it Mel? The expert and her hair. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that mop top, drape top, it really offended me. And I thought, it's bad enough, that your attitude. Now this hairpiece, like, That's where I just drew the line. I had enough of her. But I did enjoy, like, when her and Luca had that sit down and he cried.
Yes.
I literally felt like, whoa, and I thought, you know what, you don't deserve this, Whitney. This that he's got, you don't deserve this. You really, really don't. Because for me, I feel most people have trauma. Most people have some kind of baggage. Don't get me wrong. I think you're right. I think if your trauma is super heavy, you should not be taking that into a relationship. Someone shouldn't have to deal with that. You need to go to therapy. You need to take your time out to address that issue so that you come, like, into a potential relationship positive, you know, willing to do the work and not putting that on someone else's shoulders, not making it a burden for someone else, you know. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, I don't think they're gonna make it. I just don't. I don't think they're gonna make it at all. But yeah, I just don't like her.
I just think she came with the wrong mindset
Yeah.
already. Like, you know, it's just so I'm just thinking again, what are you here for? I think you need to wait another 5 years and reapply.
Yeah,
You're just not ready.
5 years.
Honestly. You're just she needs to heal. She's just not ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really ridiculous, and it's just so unfair
Yes.
to Duka. Now, I will say Duka's speech was absolutely stupid.
Okay.
Like, it was so embarrassing. You know, when you raised I just want to ask for, not at the wedding. The wedding one, I kind of went over my head.
Yeah.
The wedding ceremony. But when they all met, I was just like, oh God, you know, I just, at that part, I can agree with her. Like, yeah, dude, like, yeah, you don't have to be the one. You don't have to be the public announcer. Like, sit your ass down. Because what you said wasn't even anything. You know, like love and, okay, I've seen better on Love Island. Yeah. But anyway, that's my piece.
Fair enough. I mean, okay, so no problem. Let's move on from that. The other drama was PJ. I think the girl that he was with was Jess. How did you feel about PJ and Jess? You know, the stripper.
PJ seemed to be like a lovely guy. In this day and age, like, I mean, I wouldn't like to. I wouldn't think that I will go full front and say yes. You know, I met a guy and he says I'm a stripper, and I'll be like, okay. Do you know what I mean? I know, I get what the concern is. You'd be like, oh, do you know what I'm saying? Like, what does that entail? What does that mean? You know, it's just normal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when a guy is telling you that, look, it's just, you know, he's trying to explain to you the circumstances of why he's in what he is. Although I do believe he does need to grow up and, like, you know, like living in your mama's house and you're a stripper, it's a bit hard for any girl. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying, kind of thing? Yeah. But at this point where you don't own, like, you don't own nothing. Do you know what I mean? Just go in it and just see. Do you know what I mean? Investigate what the guy is. Do you know?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like from the minute he said that, she was done. And don't get me wrong, like, I know, if you know her background, she was cheated on, you know, by her ex, and I think her ex slept with her dad's, like her stepmom that was in the house. And so I understand the trust issues, because some people, because everybody knows us free PMS ladies are heavy on the Twitter sphere. So a lot of people on Twitter and social media were saying, why did the experts pair up?
Yeah, why did they not? Yeah, exactly.
Now, I've got the answer for that. It's a TV show. You know, regardless, they can go, oh, the experts were doing, they still want to see those fireworks.
Yeah.
They still want to create a narrative and a show, and, you know, so I thought it was cruel, but at the same time, you know, at the end of the day, just from word go, she dismissed him. And for me, if that's how you felt, you should have packed your bags and not even had the wedding night. That's me. I'm not even going to lie to you. I would have been like, whoa. But at the same time, I would have been like, well, you know, everyone knows what it is and no one's wasting their time and their energy. And for me personally, and I'm going to say this, she looked so chavvy, and I felt like he could do better than you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to say
No, don't be sorry. That's exactly what I thought. I was like, who's talking? Especially when her mum was grilling him.
Yeah, her mum. How the are you going to look up support my daughter?
Like, what is this? Like, you know, your daughter ain't no prize trophy, my love. Calm your shit down. Like, what the hell?
Let me tell you something. The way the mum was, you already know, like, and I know he kept it cool for TV, because had that not been TV, he would have swung her around like he swings his, you know. Anyway.
I think regardless of what anyone's occupation is, as long as it's not, you know, the most degrading, right? I don't want to list what those are, but you can think of what I'm saying. What, you know what I mean, kind of thing like that. Everyone deserves respect. That's what I'm saying. Going into what we're going into, you know, I would have just gone into it and just get to know the person.
Yes.
Let's get to know the person. I do agree that Expert shouldn't have paired her up with someone like that, since she's got, what's called it, trust issues.
Yeah.
But okay, let's just go with this. You're in a safe zone. You don't have to sleep with him. You don't have to get, deep. But you could just explore.
Yeah.
Explore this and let it help you heal in a way of, learning to trust another human being again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I didn't like the fact that, and a lot of this show is becoming very one-sided a lot. One partner is obviously more dominant. Do you know what I mean? And I felt like it was more of a Jessica show. Like, it was more about trying to please her, trying to get her on board. And I'm thinking to myself, just like the expert says, but PJ, what about your needs?
Yeah.
What about, do you know what I mean? I know he fell in love with her and whatever, but I'm just like, okay, but you also, deserve some attention. You also deserve, do you get what I'm saying? For her to be interested in you as well. Do you know what I mean? I just felt like, wait a minute, it's not about this. And I keep looking at the girl that they're chasing. I'm like, I wish it was a pretty, like, really, sorry. I just wish it was someone really, really boom, that I can say, okay, I get what the fuss is. But I'm just like, what the fuss is this? Like, that ponytail shit, that the way she wears her hair. I hate it. I hate it so much with a passion. I'm like, girl, can you change up your hair? Because right now, I don't like what's going on there. Do you know what I mean? The girl didn't do nothing nothing really to like make me not like her. I feel like if I met her, I'll still chat to her. But I just felt like the whole dismissing this guy, making him feel like nothing when you didn't, when you don't really know him, that's not fair. That's not right. Do you know what I mean? Even if he was someone who doesn't have a job, he deserves to respect, and for you to at least humble yourself and try and get to know him. Done and dusted. Do you know? That's just it. But anyway, each their own. Yeah.
Gosh.
So I was quite shocked that they left. I was. I didn't expect it so soon. Do you understand what I mean? I knew it wouldn't work out.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would work out. But I was shocked that I was even more surprised that he decided to leave. I thought he was going to try and, keep it going for a bit and win her over. But yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised that they went, and I just wish they had gone earlier. I really respected PJ. I thought he was a really nice guy, and apart from in the first episode, I completely forgot he was a stripper. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was just a normal guy. Nice, respectful to her.
Even when they had a karaoke thing, he could have gone over the top and started
exactly
clothes and nothing like that. Proper,
Now, I mean, I'm going to put it out there because you know this, Snoop. I've joked about it, but I'm not joking. I actually have a partner who has a great body, and I have said to him, if you want to switch up professions, hey, I don't mind. Go out there, give them what they want, and bring the money back home to me. I am like, I'm being serious. Like, what are you making those sounds for?
I'm just saying this because you don't have trust issues. You're
right. I don't, because I honestly believe that if somebody wants to do something, they will. They don't have to be a stripper. Don't get me wrong.
No,
I understand.
That's right.
I understand that if you're in an environment where where you can access those things a lot easier, there's temptation. I understand that makes things even worse. But my thing is that if you're looking for that, you will get that, regardless of whether it's the environment or not. That's me, so I trust someone until they break my trust. That's how I operate. So I don't really, me personally, I don't really care. That had I been on the show and he had said that to me, I would have probably looked and gone, well, look at his age. He's not going to be able to do this for that long. Do you know what I mean? Regardless, he's not going to. Soon he's going to have to switch up. He's going to have to retire because no one's going to want to see no old man flapping around on stage. So eventually he's going to have to retire, and we can just put it down to stories to give the grandkids. But for me, I just feel like she dismissed him so quickly.
Yeah.
And
she just looked down on him. And I just thought, no, you're not in a place to be looking down at.
Thank you.
That's just what I just thought. You're not. And I didn't like that.
Yeah, and you're right. With that Benefit Streets ponytail that she had going on there, I thought, and that scrunchie, I thought,
I'm so sorry. I hated it. I just hated it.
No, I agree. I agree with you. If you're going to do something like that, that better look like freaking Ariana Grande. Like, you better be doing it nice. Do you know what I mean? Not this. I don't know what this is, but Yeah.
Anyway, they're gone.
Okay. Yeah, they're gone. Now I want to talk about Kazia, Kashi,
Kwame.
and Kwame.
Hey,
Yeah.
they call her K and Kwame anyway. Yeah,
Okay.
head and part. Yeah.
Now, I want to just jump in
Yeah,
because
you
I've
go
got
ahead.
a big issue with the way she is. I do. I don't think well, a lot of us out here are sexual beings. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a sexual being. You know, Snoop, I might tell you, a little something here and there, but for me, I just feel like she's way too forward. That's it. She's way too forward. And I feel like Kwame's getting a lot of stick, and I don't think he should. First and foremost, for me, it's clear he's not attracted to her. I'm just going to get that out there. Second of all, I don't think there's anything wrong with him saying, well, I want to wait. If I just wanted a quick, what, I can get that anywhere. I don't need to get with you and then get that.
If the
And,
roles were reversed, a lot of people would not be saying what they're
exactly.
saying.
Exactly. A lot of people, if the roles were reversed, they'd be calling him a creep. They'd be saying that Kaz is a creep, or she's trying to be forceful and this and that. I just think it's too much. It's way too much, like it's way too much for the camera. That's what I feel like. If that's how you're talking to him, like, babe, I'd really like to and this is like that nighttime, you're there, and he's like, look, I'd prefer to wait. Fair enough. But the way it's every single time I see them on screen, sex is a topic of conversation. And I'm like, do you know what I mean? And clearly, if that's something you're leading with, it hasn't helped you because you're on the show now looking for a relation, for me, it's just too much. It really, really makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel like you're behaving like you're desperate. That's how it makes me feel, like you're desperate. Your thoughts?
I think first and foremost, just like the nation, he doesn't fancy her. Yeah. He doesn't fancy her. That's what the issue is, because now, even if you don't want to do the shindig, right, and you want to wait and whatever, there's a little bit of chemistry and flirtatiousness that you would see between the two of them, and you don't see it. I don't see it. They're good friends. Not even good friends, but they just, they get on. They get on is what I'm trying to say. I see that they get on really well, very respectful and very polite of each other. Do you know what I mean? But I think that if he was even just giving her a little bit of cuddles, a little bit of innuendos, and whatever, even though if he's like, I really want to form something with you before we sleep together, but I am still showing you that, yes, I am attracted to you. But he's not giving her that even. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I haven't seen, I don't know, it's a lot that I had to quickly process and work through to catch up on. But I haven't seen him, like, do the whole holding waist or, yeah, baby, do you know what I mean, sort of thing. I have not seen any hands-on flirtation thing with him. And I feel like maybe that's a little bit also what she also craves. It's sometimes, I feel like, it's a bit too much when if I've only married you for 2 weeks to then just want to get in the shackles. I know some of the couples have done it. You get what I'm saying? But I just don't feel like you should force it if somebody else is not ready. Let's just respect the fact that a man too can want to slow shit down. It's just like our new couple, the
nice
tattoo couple. They are very, they almost are similar to this one, where the woman is very highly sex driven, and he's feeling very uncomfortable with it. Clearly, like, whoa, hold on a minute, calm down a little bit, like, And I feel like, yes, here we go again. I'm all for women to, I'm not saying women should not be sexual or should not be forthcoming with their sexuality, but let's just respect the other person. If it's coming too strong and the other person's feeling uncomfortable, you need to reel it in a bit, because that can make them really be, like, unattracted to you. Do you understand what I mean? Which is what we found with this new couple coming up. Like, it was actually repulsing him a little bit, And Kwame just doesn't fancy her, and I think that's what the issue. That's just clear cut what it is, and I think she probably knows it as well. Yeah, do you know what I mean? and so therefore she's on the defense, and that's why she's overdoing it. You know, when she's like, no man can tell me that when I have sex. Because I was like, but girl, that is what it is.
True.
You have said it so many times.
Thank you.
You want to get down, and he has said no. So
thank you.
He is the reason why you're not having sex.
Thank you.
Go. You would have done it.
Idiot, girl. Idiot.
So I didn't quite get that. And if
Nor did I.
wants to correct me and educate me and woke me on that, let me know.
You're right.
I'm open.
You are right. You are open and Kwame is closed. Sorry,
that was more of an ego talking, and she protecting her ego and stuff like that. Even the whole, I don't know, maybe that is her dress sense or whatever. But I'm just like,
it's too much.
Okay, it's just a little too over sexualized at the moment. You're almost like really forcing it into his face, and it's just like, okay, we get it. You're a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Body. I was enjoying all the performance she was giving him while she was cooking. I was like, yes, ma'am.
I wasn't. Not the split where her I thought,
oh my god. Yes, but but she's very beautiful, very voluptuous. I think she's gorgeous, figure and everything. But I just feel like sometimes it's good to just respect yourself a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? Less is more sometimes, and less is more tasteful to men sometimes. You know what I mean? Sort of thing. Men want to hunt. They don't want to be hunted. It is just the natural order of most things. Most men want to do the hunting. So, and probably maybe he's a bit. Look at him, he's small, so maybe he's a bit afraid he can't handle it. He's scared. You know what I mean? He's not scared.
Okay. Lastly, favorite couple and why?
My favorite couple initially from the get-go was Jordan and what's her name?
Shanita.
Yeah. I love the chemistry between them straight off go. I thought, you guys, you guys are good. You guys are going to work. You guys look like you've got time to communicate and whatever.
Yes.
So they were my strong and favorite couple right from the beginning, and probably still are. To be honest. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my favorite couple is Thomas and Adrian, because Thomas, Adrian, I have to give him a medal because I don't know if you saw the episode where Adrian put his hand, the commitment ceremony. Adrian put his hand. The way Thomas fell, the way Adrian was looking like, what the fuck? They just need their
I was like, oh my god, no, that is entertainment to the core. Those two are entertainment to the core.
Thomas is just the way Thomas first of all, he goes, look, they paired me with H from Steps. It was when I could name so many moments. It was when they were on the way to the dinner party and Thomas had that fan. He is. I mean, I would kill him. Like I said, I would suffocate him in his sleep. I would kill him if I had to put up with him. But oh god, he's just my favorite.
But I like the fact that it's not always about him. He can listen to Adrian as well. Do you know what I mean? And I love that side when he's quiet and he does listen to Adrian, and he's reflective and all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? I love the fact that he's able to do that as well. You can get some that are just all them. Is you know what I mean? Now, we're going on to the other lesbian one. I'm just going to mention. Can they please stop the vegan shit? I am just so tired. I am just so tired of it. I'm like, can we not just have 2 fridge in the house? One for you, one for me.
Exactly. For me, I just think it's just respect each other.
Exactly. And I do feel like the vegan one is pushing her thing, her views and whatever into the other one, and I just feel like you make it seem like you're not, but you are. You know, you have swayed all your previous partners and now you feel like this is another one that you need to conquer. Oh, you don't want to know what, bitch? Why do I want to know why? Especially why do I want to know why you don't want to eat meat? Do you know, especially if you're going to go into it the way you're going to go into it and mess up. No, don't do that. Because really, I will get a rare piece of steak and start eating it up in front of you. Because that, it's just how you're pissing me off. I'm more of the person to react like that. Don't piss me off, otherwise I will retaliate. You know what I mean? And you won't like it. So I just feel like just respect, you know, that this is how she is. She's a meat eater, and she's not trying to get you to come back and eat meat.
That's
you understand what I mean? She's not cooking up, you know. I mean, put me in the kitchen, boy, that aroma would be
okay. Well, on that last note, guys, remember to catch us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, IG, SoundCloud, Podbean, iTunes. Tweet us. We're always on Twitter. Every time the show is on, I'm tweeting about it. And email us at freepms.ladies@gmail.com. I'm your girl, Queen P.
I'm Snoop.
Bye, guys.
Bye.